Hello, my name is Omar Rampersad. It's Wednesday, June 20th, 2018 at 7:21 p.m. in Toronto. So I just came in from work, and it's a very interesting experience at work uh, um, because there seemed to be a file that's released in the workplace about me, and I'm being monitored very, very clearly. I'm being monitored. Very closely monitored, actually. If I go out, somebody follows me. If I go to the kitchen, somebody follows me. If I go to the bathroom, somebody follows me. And there's a file that's being created. Now, I'm going to say this because I know I'm being reported on. Obviously, I know, and I'm not, there is no mental illness. And people are going to be saying things like I'm acting crazy. Well, it depends on what they mean by acting crazy. If acting crazy is noticing that I'm being followed and stalked, and strange remarks are being said around me, and my pointing it out, such as uh, a name, and I'm not going to call the name, a person from the workplace logged into you last night, and he fucked with you last night. These are things that's being talked about around me. And you were raped last night, and there was a lineup, and they pulsed you really good, and they fucked you like a dog. These are phrases that's being said, like the ones outside my window by the workers in the building, the one I have in court, and the contractors that work with him. So here's the setup. The scenario is started in this building where there were several warrants for mental evaluations that were gotten and was never served. I was pulled out once, slammed against a wall, and taken to a hospital, and there's no mental illness, which probably is going to be in court because I'm still suffering post traumatic stress from it as well as other things that happened after that. I subsequent to that, there are other submissions to magistrates and courts and so on, and warrants have been signed, and but none of it's been served to me, so I can go and defend myself in a courtroom and sue the people who's doing it when I pull the back up, because I'm not supposed to have a day in court. This is a COVID program, so the whole process is being used to accumulate a file about me that's being released to the public, being released in the workplace, and it's being used to harass me. So in that file, there are suspicions that's being talked about of things that I was supposed to do, and of course, there's all lies. Like, am I being a prostitute? Am I stalking? Am I stealing? Um, Groping, fornicating in public, and so on and so on and so on. None of this is true. Absolutely none of this is true. This is just the part of the program targeting me to criminalize me artificially. Excuse me. And I sneeze a lot. And I just sneeze because I just got a burning sensation on my nose. Excuse me. So, so this is what's going on in the workplace right now. So I heard that somebody who I'm working with is looking at me at night as I sleep, and he's the new John, and I'm bought and paid for, and the Chinese traffickers sold me to this person because this is what the Chinese workers in the workplace is talking about very, very loudly, very loud laughter about what's going on, openly talked about, openly being trafficked because I'm a target and the cops are in on it, so I can't go to the cops for help. Well, obviously I can't because when I did, I got charged. And nobody's going to help me because I am a target and I'm being continuously flagged and continuously put on the list to be further targeted, piggybacked on. So this is my statement. I'm not acting weird. I am being criminally harassed. It's causing a lot of stress in the workplace because it's an open concept. Everything is open. It's one floor. Everything is open. There are no walls. And these comments are being made by different departments very, very loudly, very, very loudly. And one distressing comment was a coworker raped you last night remotely. Now, I talked about remote rape before in other videos with respect to the worker in the building and the contractors who are logging in. So this is technology being used to access your body remotely and hit you with technologies like lasers, ultrasonic weapons to imitate touch, to imitate the sex act, which is rape. So this has been going on in the building. So if it's done in such a way that other people, other than the ones who are living in the building, could access you via the net, then they could give coworkers the same access, and they would talk about it in the workplace. So this is what's going on. So they're openly talking about being remotely raped. So open access. You can be accessible to anyone because you're public and you're a target. And I heard the government is in on it. I heard the cops are in on it. Well, obviously the cops are in on it because the cops are targeting me. And it's constantly telling me I'm mentally ill when I'm talking about being stalked as a result of being flagged. And they are monitoring me and asking other people to monitor me on their behalf as well. And these people are subcontracting. So when a victim and a target says, well, a whole lot of people are monitoring you and following you and stalking you and harassing you, well, it's the truth. It's not paranoia because the contractors subcontracts and the subcontractors subcontracts as well. And everybody around you are recruited to spy on you and to lie on you and to piggyback on what's already been reported about you. And this is in the workplace, and the same thing is going on in the workplace as it happened here in this building. One name is constantly being called in the workplace, as in here in this building, and I mentioned the name before, and I tweeted about it as well. This policeman is supposed to be responsible for my file, and he I heard that the police is always sniffing around my workplace, asking questions about me, and calls are being made to the police about me, and so on. So you could well imagine that this is very stressful for me because obviously people are going to be talking about what's going on and harassing you about it. So you're working under suspicion. Obviously, as you can tell, there's nothing for me to be afraid of. I didn't do anything to be afraid of, but what I am afraid of is being entrapped, as in the charge that went through. I was entrapped, and that charge happened. So I'm continuously being targeted this way to frame me, to set me up. So one scenario that's being played out is I heard a comment that said that I'm touching a coworker, a male coworker, when the opposite is true. He's the one who's training me, so he's the one who is coming to my desk and showing me things on the computer, which means that he'll have to be bending over me and using the mouse on the keypad, so the hands might touch. He's the one who's coming over to my desk. When I go over to his desk, I don't hang over him because I don't have to show him anything on his computer. So there's no need to hang over him. And I keep my distance, knowing what's going on. And normally, I mean, under normal circumstances, I keep a respectful distance anyway. I respect personal space. This is just the way I operate. So if anybody's saying these things in the workplace, they're lying and they're targeting me. And the police should not be taking it seriously, knowing that I'm a target, because they are targeting me, so they know I'm a target. Talk to you another time.